Night's main event.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
Cobra, and I am joined by my esteemed panel, my tag team partner Alex, and our valet Cat. Say hello.
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 Pretty pretty soon we will be joined by another guest of ours, Madam Tuesday, our women's champion. So definitely looking forward to seeing her back again. But how are we doing, guys?
Doing
Doing
good.
good. Doing good.
Right. Uh, very interesting week in wrestling. That is for sure. Um, we had Saturday night's main event, and how ironic that that a lot of all elite wrestling's talent that has jumped to WWE are currently champions.
Yeah. I really somebody pointed that out in one of the group chats that I'm in, and just it was gif after gif after gif of just laughing emojis. And everybody likes to say that TK likes to participate in nose candy. So of course
I
half
mean,
of them.
he's a billionaire. Of course, he participates in some type of illegal drug substance.
Some kind of something.
Yeah,
Um, just
because
from
they
his
all do.
booking. Just from his booking. Sorry. Anyway, there's a reason I don't watch AEW because I don't need to watch a billionaire playing with people like their toys.
I mean, yeah. Um, and when I saw the news that Jade Cargill finally won a championship, I was like, yes! Finally! Realizing potential and knowing that you have a superstar in your midst, Paul. Freaking Triple H, you need to finally you understand that Jade Cargill is a massive talent, and you should put the strap on her, defeating Tiffany Stratton. I'm proud of her.
I think also Tiffany, because they also like to talk to their champions. And I think Tiffany probably was like, no, it's time. Um, let's put her over. Because who are the four champions that we were talking about before we hit record? Cody, Jade,
Cody, Jay, CM Punk,
CM Punk.
Ricky Saints,
And Ricky Saint.
and NXT.
Oh, right. Okay. I haven't watched NXT. I've not caught up on NXT. It's enough to try and keep up with SmackDown and Raw, okay?
Yeah. I mean, Joe Hendry's on NXT and make a cameo to make you laugh because
I love it.
because
I love it
say
so much.
his name and he appears. We believe in Joe Hendry. Thank you. Had to do that.
I personally believe Tony Khan's problem is he has an overabundant roster that he can't book correctly. Because Jay Cargill in AEW was a jobber until she was CBS champion. And even until being CBS champion, she was still a jobber. And still beating up on the little wrestlers, beating up on the little guys, and just being this powerhouse big woman because that's all Tony Khan wanted her to be. And it's ridiculous. It feels like Vince McMahon 20 years ago now of what Tony Khan's doing with the women's roster, which is just jobbing them for no reason, winning pointless championships to push them nowhere. When Statlander won the championship over Tony Storm, I was like, well, about damn time. I've been saying for years now, give Statlander the strap. She deserved the championship. And when she won, I was like, finally, Tony Khan doing something. Now, I like Tony Storm. Not a big fan of her in AEW. I don't like her character, her black and white fancy
You
character.
don't like Timeless Tony Storm.
No, I do not
I
like it.
fucking love it. I think it's one of the best characters in AEW. I think Tony Storm is amazing.
I think at one point Tony Storm was carrying all of AEW.
Yes.
I really do. That being said, Eventually you have to evolve a character, right? Eventually, you've played out all of the scenarios that you can play out with that persona. And I could have watched Undertaker matches for the rest of my life, right? But had he not gone to the American Badass for the time that he did, I don't know if I could have appreciated the Undertaker as much as I do. So
Cesar!
I feel like Tony needs to evolve her character a little bit, and that way she has something to go back to, rather than just kind of sitting in what she's in. I kind of agree with Alex on at that level. But I do think that this is a good character, and I'd like to see it evolve. I'd like to see it evolve.
Right. I will, Caesar, you have any comments on, we're talking about, obviously we're on pro wrestling. You have any comments on the AEW talent finally winning championships in WWE?
Oh, okay, yeah. Blake Monroe winning the Women's North American Championship. Yeah. Oh, I always wanted it. I wanted her to be the NXT Women's Champion, but I'm sure she'll get there. North American Championship. Yeah, let's go. Ethan Page being the North American Canadian champion. Yeah, he's Oligo, of course. That's his nickname. I love Oligo. Let's go with that. Maybe he comes NXT champion soon again. Since he won it last year, was it when he shocked the world that night? Who else is winning championships?
CM Punk and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes. They're both were from WWE first, and then AEW, WWE again. Punk, it's been a very long time since he was, well, besides the 5-minute thing before the Roots of the Century. Cody Rhodes, this is like his second time since returning to WWE. The third. I don't remember. I can't keep all of these.
Yeah,
so it's like
there's a lot of changes.
I don't like him. It's kind of like I'm a heel and then I'm a face man when it comes to wrestling in general. So yeah, it's quite amazing how they do. And then Jade Cargill just last night. Yes, I was fucking last night.
Yes.
Became the women's WWE champion, if you will, against Tiffany Stratton, who I love. Excuse me.
Wow.
I felt bad for Tiffany Stratton, of course. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Props to Jay. So.
Absolutely. Excuse me. So it's very interesting you brought up CM Punk winning a championship again. We brought it up. But yeah, Tony Khan, we were talking about Tony Khan. Sorry, I had to get my bearings. And how he can't book his wrestlers. When the AEW was originally started, he had trouble booking the women's division. He still does. I
think that's being a little generous.
Yeah, like that was that was one of the worst things about AEW at the time. They were popcorn matches.
Oh my gosh, there was no storyline.
No storyline. The wrestling wasn't good.
It was who looked best in a bikini while throwing other women around who were also wearing bikinis.
Divas Arrow in 2025. No way.
Yeah.
Nope.
Look, guys. Again, that's why Pornhub exists. Except if you live in a red state. So.
Well, Minnesota was blue and now they're red, I guess. So.
Well, who knows?
No comment there, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I can comment on that. Yeah, we're not going to do this yet. So, all right, back to it. Dominic Mysterio. Yes, the son of Eddie Guerrero, Dominic Mysterio.
Dirty Dom.
Yep. Still Intercontinental Champion. Is rumored to be the next opponent for John Cena's retirement tour.
Of course he is. Why not?
Matt on Tuesday. Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Before we get to the subject I just talked about, our next subject, which is going to be Dominic Mysterio.
Lovely.
Would you like to talk about how former AEW talent are now champions Tuesday? With Jade Cargill winning the belt against Tiffany Stratton.
Oh, lovely. I can definitely touch on this subject for sure. And it's kind of like a situation where I may have to put on a little tiny bit of a tinfoil hat on, just a teeny little bit, if that's okay.
Where's my Reynolds wrap? Where's my Reynolds wrap? Because if you gotta have tinfoil, you gotta use the best.
Exactly. So I gotta get that. And as weird as it is, I'm going to say it. It's because we already got the cons involved with everything. It's at this point, it's kind of like they're starting to slowly mesh to where it's no longer going to be two completely different brands. It's going to all fall under the same umbrella eventually. I'm just saying. Do you
mean NXT and WWE, or do you mean like Raw and SmackDown?
As in AEW and WWE. It's going to be eventually kind of slowly. It's not going to be a really quick snap 1-2, but it's starting to get to that point, because if we're already having AEW stars already becoming the top talent and the ones that are essentially starting to become faces of the company, it's literally going to become to the point where it's just blurring lines between the two.
Well, and I mean, how many current AEW stars were once in either WWE, WCW, or WWF? Mm-hmm. But also on that kind of vein, I think it's difficult to ever erase the fact that you were in the WWE or you were in AEW, because they are the two biggest productions. I mean, even the guys that we see in NWA or in WCW who have been in the big productions, people still call out their ring names that we know them, and we had a wrestler.
Once Mariah May was once with Blake.
Right. So I feel like the lines are blurred anyway, but I don't think we're going to see AEW crash to a level that WWE is going to acquire them.
No. Like I said, it's a gradual thing, because it's getting towards the blurred lines between both. So that's what I mean by it's neck and neck between the two.
Let's just hope Tony Khan never books WWE matches.
Oh God, no.
Tony Khan, in all honesty, his booking style reminds me of a person we're going to get to later.
Oh, no.
And not in a good way.
Give me Eric Bischoff back over Tony Khan WB, for the love of God.
I mean, Paul's not doing a terrible job.
Yeah, let's be real. Eric Bischoff actually at least knew how to book. Although to be fair, he didn't really book per se, because he had Dusty Rhodes. What was that?
Sorry, I was changing my headphones over.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah.
So let's now get back to the next topic at hand, which was Dominic Mysterio, current Intercontinental Champion, and the rumored next opponent for John Cena.
Why?
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 Because of Eddie
Yeah.
Guerrero
Eddie, yeah,
rivalry with John Cena. So
yeah. Eddie Guerrero is no longer here. I mean, obviously since 2005.
But wouldn't Ray
he
be the
died.
better option?
No. And the reason why I say that is with Eddie Guerrero, the reason why not Rey Mysterio is because Rey's getting up there in age.
Yeah.
That's the main reason.
I mean,
Dominic
so is John
Mysterio.
Cena.
Dominic Mysterio's moveset is a blend of Eddie and Rey, like a polite blend. You know, and so
See, I also haven't seen Dom actually like his in-ring work recently, but just thinking back on some of his, even a year ago, some of his matches, I'm like, they're gonna put him in with John Cena. Okay, like, that sounds like a terrible idea.
I disagree. I mean, you need a slick heel, you know, and there's no other way to say it. Dominic Mysterio is as slick as diarrhea. That's the best way to say it. That's the best way I can say it. You know, he is just maliciously evil, and for a person as clean cut as John Cena is, despite his early heel turn and his return to the babyface, like, you want someone like Dominic Mysterio.
I got to be at the Monday Night Raw taping. The Monday night after Dom turned on Ray. And every time that microphone would go up to his face, we all booed him so loudly he couldn't talk.
That's
Nice.
still a thing, by the way. That's
yes,
still a
it's
thing.
fantastic.
He's still
Nice.
bad. He's still bad.
Nice.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. So I already got Kat's opinion on it. Does anyone else want to chime in on what they think of this move? Because I think it's a good move. You know, you can't have Eddie Guerrero, you can't have Rey Mysterio, but Dominic Mysterio's right there. You know, it's a potential star builder.
I
do it. Go ahead.
If it's not anybody else, yeah, do it.
Mm-hmm.
I almost thought it was going to be like Gunther, returning Gunther, or
that's Survivor Series.
Chris Jericho. The Survivor
Jericho,
Series.
Gunther's rumored for Survivor Series. But you know, Chris Jericho's got his own retirement tour planned.
Yes, he does.
Who knows what that's gonna curtail? I mean,
he needs to face John Cena though. He needs to come back and face Cena. Like
no.
I
don't think that would be the thing, and Edge I think is a little bit too far out because of a 90-day no compete. So I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I also think Edge
is still in AEW though.
Edge is no. I don't think Edge is under contract. But I also think that he has no plans to re-sign with WWE.
No, Edge doesn't.
Damn.
He really doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. This was that retirement match for the ages.
That would have been a great match. I mean, especially, hell, you want to know a good opponent for John Cena that WWE actually has access to right now? Besides Joe Hendry.
Oh
jeez. Don't
Matt Cardona.
Don't say Joe, because
he's not gonna come back
out of the closet. He's gonna crawl out of the closet somewhere.
Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona would be a great opponent for John Cena.
He needs to bring back his old theme song though. I need Zack Ryder back.
He will not be Zack Ryder.
Bring back his old radio.
Okay. Okay. As weird as it is and as fun, this is kind of a crack theory for me. This is just purely fun. Like there's no mention, there's no looking into all this. This is just tossing it out here. I want to see Ethan Page versus.
Interesting.
I mean,
Oh, you go.
to me, it would be fun. Something fun. That's what I'm looking for.
I mean, all I got to say is this, Tuesday. I mean, it can't be as worse as Kurt Angle's last match, okay? We don't need Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin. And the reason why we didn't get Kurt Angle and John Cena, because it was Kurt Angle's request, is because Vince McMahon said that Baron Corbin was in the storyline.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Stupid. But so let's talk something interesting here while I have Madam Tuesday here. Halloween Havoc NXT.
Okay.
We saw some very interesting matchups. One of my favorite matchups of that night is the one I want to talk about, and that is the return of the chairman of AAA, La Parca, and Mr. Iguana tag teaming on NXT. I enjoyed the hell out of that match.
That was fun.
Even though I know it's not the same La Parca that was the chairman of WCW, it's still La Parca. It's one of the greatest masks of all time. Just something simple. Simple as a skeleton with a hood. I've always loved the La Parca mask.
Yes. There was a lot. It was a lot of fun for that match. I enjoyed the humor. It's like I enjoyed it. It was pretty good, I would say.
Yeah. It was an 8 out of 10 match. If I had to give it a
it wasn't the best match, but it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, and for a character like La Parca and Mr. Iguana, La Parca is a comedic wrestler, and so is Mr. Iguana. Both of them are classified as comedic wrestlers.
It was good. It was good chemistry.
Yes,
with a name like Mr. Iguana, if you're not a comedy, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah,
exactly.
Especially since the name itself is just so.
Daiska.
It's a noodle scratcher. It's like, why? But then you see him. You see the guy behind the face paint. And you're like, okay, he's a little quirky. Okay. And then you just see him walk and you see him perform. You're like, yeah, Mr. Iguana.
Yep, I see it.
Yep. And the guy speaks pretty good English. He's it's a little chippy in a way, not broken, just chippy. But he speaks perfectly fine. He can do a promo. He did a promo.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, not. I'm not knocking anything about the guy, and I'm glad he does well in NXT.
Yes.
And I think, in all open honesty, that's kind of where he should stay.
Yes.
He fits that environment.
Oh, yeah.
There are wrestlers that, if you put them on the big stage, they wouldn't fit. If you put them in NXT, they're perfect. Like, you can bring them into Royal Rumble. You can bring them in as guest spots here or there, but, not as, main show draws.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always thought that there are some, like the Vaudevillains, for instance. Great tag team in NXT, but you brought them up to the main show and they were terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I
think it would be the best
one
option.
reason that that's one reason that I like NWA so much is because they've got production value, but they're still kind of independent.
kind of indie and still have that 80s style of production.
Yes.
In a way, like the
Yes.
backstage promos still feels like the 80s,
Mhm.
the old school Jim Crockett production type.
Yes. It's super fun to watch those shows. And then like I went to an MCW show a couple of weeks ago. That was fantastic. Oh gosh, Dolph Ziggler was there.
Nick Nemeth.
Nice.
That was super fun.
Yeah.
Got an obligatory picture with him, and they're always super cool when you meet them. They're always super cool.
Yes.
And it was a good show, but so many of those people in MCW need to stay in MCW. We need the indie productions. We need I'm going to say B-roll. We need the B-roll productions like
Yes.
NXT,
Yes.
NWA.
And I'm not. And by the way, what I'm about to say is no knock against anything. Someone's got to scrub the toilets.
Yeah, we have to. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Very rarely,
Yeah.
is Triple H walking out on a sidewalk and he goes, "You're my next superstar." Like that doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
No.
They need a way to break into the business, pay their dues, and work their way up. And these indie companies are putting on good shows for to help the next generation get into wrestling, and they can say, "I was at the show when," insert the next big person here, "first debuted at Southern Honor Wrestling or MCW or Backwoods, Tennessee."
Yada yada pro wrestling.
Yes.
I mean, all I gotta say is this: I would have loved to continue my training in pro wrestling. I'm glad I didn't because again, my back couldn't hold up.
Your back would be like, "Okay, bye."
Yeah, I would probably be in a wheelchair. I would probably be in a wheelchair right now. Because of that. I'm glad I didn't take a bump yet. I did did tie up. I did the steps. Other than that, I didn't do much. I wanted to, I just couldn't.
Also, I looked up how tall
Can I
John
bring something up that I saw before we went live?
What?
What's up?
Alex, you were saying something?
Alex, you're cutting out.
You guys not hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go first before me.
Mike, Alex, you're having mic issues.
But I looked up how tall John Cena and Dominic Mysterio are. They're the same height. For some reason, I have thought all this time that Dominic Mysterio is like 5'8".
No.
Dom's
like
got to be taller.
5'11" at least.
No, John and Dom are both 6'1".
Okay, we got something interesting here. Alex is here again.
Two Alex.
Yep, we have two Alexes and a Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Uh-oh.
Well, we getting caught in genjutsus, man.
There we go. There we are.
Good questions. What do you got next, Cobra?
Yep. What's up? What's next? Oh, what is next indeed? So, Tuesday, you're gonna probably cringe at this.
Let me hear it.
Do you know who is spotted at Juggalo Championship Wrestling?
Oh boy.
The booker / writer who will be forever known as Shitstain by James E. Cornette, Vinny Rue himself, Vince Russo. spotted
For
at
God's sake.
Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Juggalo. You know, that's pretty on
It
Whoop, whoop.
tracks,
brand,
right?
but
Yeah.
It
God.
tracks.
Yeah, it
Quite
tracks.
honestly, when
It
I
just
saw
tracks.
a card for Juggalo Wrestling, I thought it was a work. I was like, no company's name is going to be wrestling. Oh, yes, it
No.
is.
They used to be
Apparently.
called Juggalo Champion Shit Wrestling, believe it or not. Years ago, it was called Champion Shit Wrestling. As in,
Champion
Can't
shit.
have that on
Okay.
social media.
Yeah, now it's Championship.
I love that. Oh my God. Okay.
It was a
Gotcha.
typo. I didn't know.
Nope.
That's great.
No, it's. But yeah, Vince Russo is
Now,
back in wrestling despite being despite saying he's done. But
Sure, buddy.
of
When
course,
you
Vince
think you're going to
Russo.
leave, you come right back.
Of course, Vince Russo, the shit stain that keeps on shitting. You know. Here to ruin another company, like he ruined
Yep.
WWE, like he ruined WCW, like he ruined TNA. Now he's on Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
you know how there's like that one player on your team that even if they got traded to another team, you know that they're just going to mess up everybody else's chemistry.
Yeah.
God damn it! I know. Yes,
Yeah.
I know exactly
Tuesday.
who, and
Yeah.
I hate. I know.
Yeah.
I have a name. I have a name, and I really hate. And
I gotta say this.
Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when no one, probably you guys don't remember this. Remember when Vince Russo started his own wrestling promotion?
Yes.
Ring of Glory. Wrestling for God.
Yes.
And James Mitchell,
that
bless
didn't
his heart.
last
Oh
very
my
long.
God, no.
I'm just cringing.
Yep. I mean, you had
I'm just
James
cringing.
Mitchell himself as Satan. I mean, you get, Sinister Minister, yes, but like, why?
Just why?
Wrestling
Why?
for Jeebus.
It was in 2005.
Yeah.
That's it. 2005. They
Yep.
wanted to go around to churches.
I mean,
Like they wanted to basically just have shows at churches.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, churches are pretty much unused for 6 days out of the year. Majorly.
Not
You're gonna
mine.
read this holy Bible, or you're gonna
Definitely
meet it
not.
in the ring. Right.
We just had Macabre Mania 3.
Oh no! He picked up the big Bible.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. It's
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
It was given to us by the Gideons. That was from the hotel room, placed by the Gideons. Oh, we are going to hell.
Yeah.
If not, we're already there.
Bus leaves at 7:30.
7:30.
Only because we know that Ring of Glory ever existed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Woof. Yeah.
To everyone watching, you don't have to look it up. We've told you everything there is to know.
Mm-hmm.
All I gotta say is, if
Yes.
you really want a full breakdown, check out Wrestling with Regrets Ring of Glory review. All I gotta say. Another
Why do you
person
have to
I
put that out there, Cooper?
because he's a person I actually want to appear on this show.
Oh, okay. Well,
Brian, I want to talk
fair.
to Brian Zane one of these days. But anywho, we gotta get out of here. That's it for the Handed Down Beatdown, which of course is brought to you by our friends at Fanatics.
Oh boy, Fanatics.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations to the World Series champions, the LA Dodgers, led by famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani and the Fresh Prince of LA, Will Smith, smacking the hopes of the Toronto Blue Jays like they were Chris Rock. But,
and the rest of the world.
And the rest of the world.
Yes.
But that's not the only thing that they have at Fanatics. After all, the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLS, NCAA, PGA, and WWE are all available products on Fanatics.com.
Yes.
So,
what about NASCAR and bowling?
Yeah, NASCAR, but not the PBA.
Oh. Cobra?
But you still have time to grab some John Cena Retirement Tour merch on Fanatics. So get a T-shirt, grab a hat, grab a Tennessee Titans trash can if you're a volunteer, right, Billy? But if you want to grab some official WWE apparel or to celebrate the Los Angeles Dodgers World Series victory, use our affiliate link in the bio wherever you get your podcasts. Show the channel some love. Thank you, Fanatics. So I'd also like to give a shout out to our other podcasts. The Dirt and Turf podcast, hosted by myself, Kat, and Tyler. Biscuits and Penalties, hosted by Alex and myself. That is our hockey podcast. The Hard Count, which is hosted by myself and Kat on occasion. We also have, The Lat Down, our NASCAR podcast, hosted by our friend Greg Farmer, who would be a collaborator on this show, but he's busy with dad stuff, which is completely understandable. Of course, on Wednesday, we have the Handed Down Recap, where I recap all the NFL games. And we have the Handed Down Bench, which we do once a month to kind of chill as, when things go down. And, of course, Passing the Pigskin every Thursday night, which represents our college football. So do check that out. We do have other shows planned in the future when 2026 rolls around. I mean, Chris is definitely going to be doing a World Cup. Emperor Newt himself will be appearing on this channel with Alex to break down the World Cup. They're very excited for that. And, of course, we will be joining our friend Billy, a.k.a. Full Bill 98, on his channel to break down the March Madness bracket. So that will definitely happen next year. But, anywho, I'm Cobra. On behalf of Kat, Madam Tuesday, Alex, Caesar, ring the bell. Ding.
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 Ding. Ding.